Okay, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, ma'am. First of
How are
all,
you?
I would like to thank you for accepting the request. And I'm doing great. Thank you. And how do you do?
Yes, I'm doing well too. How has your day been so far?
It's been pretty normal. And if I talk about my normal day, it's look like I start my day with reading newspaper, and then I go on to practice my speaking skills. And in the evening, I take sessions. So I'm a private tutor. I teach maths and English grammar up to 10 to kids and accounts at plus.
Oh, okay, wow. Do you also do a full-time job or you're just a private tutor?
No, I have been in this profession for almost 5 or 6 years now, and I am looking forward to enhance more so that I could feel that I have found my niche. Though I haven't touched the level yet, but I want to make sure that I find my niche in this sector itself.
Okay, wow, that's interesting. Do you also have your own YouTube channel?
Yeah, I have been uploading all these conversational videos. In
Oh,
fact, when I thought that I want to continue in this profession, I thought that spoken English is something that I can improve. Since I was teaching English grammar,
mm-hmm.
I had that confidence that I can teach spoken English as well. But then I had to try my skills first, if I'm able to speak fluently or not. And after joining Clappingo in the starting, I felt quite nervous. I felt this is not my cup of tea. But then I continued because I had taken a subscription of around 25 or 30 sessions. So I continued, and by then I got that confidence that yes, I was right in thinking that I can do it. And then it's been a long journey. I have done around 600 sessions now, but I feel that desired level is something different. I haven't touched that. As far as improvement is concerned, I have improved a lot because at that point of time, I only had that confidence. Like sometimes, if you can relate this with singing, sometimes if you listen to any song and try to sing or hum with the song playing, you feel like
Yes.
you are touching those notes.
Mm.
But when you stop the music and start singing on your own, you know that you are not good at all. So that happened with me. And after that, I tried a lot, and then I improved a lot, and I have been teaching spoken English as well. Though I'm not satisfied with my performance because none of my students stay with me for that long. Only two of them have stayed. They have improved a lot, and that have given me the confidence that I am on right path. Whatever time it takes, let me continue, and that's why I'm continuing my journey. And I'm still taking sessions on different apps. For and Recently, I thought that I should try speaking with different people as well. It's not
Mm.
only about tutor sessions, but
Yes.
then I'm exploring. And once again, thank you because this is the first time that my request has been accepted by someone. And
Oh.
before this, someone else have approached me. I have interacted with a few of them,
Mm-hmm.
but of course, this is another journey that I'm taking forward.
Mm. You're exploring new ventures, talking to new people. Is this the first time you are sending out requests?
Uh, I mean, I told you that this is the first time someone accepted my.
But you have been
Maybe
sending
that
requests
yes,
for conversations to other people as well.
right.
Okay. Right. So since you teach grammar, like, okay, before that, I just want to ask you, have you graduated in like English literature or something? What's your stream of graduation?
No, I'm become graduate,
Okay.
and I had been preparing for something else, but then I thought that this is something I like, I enjoy, so let me continue with this. So
Okay.
I had been teaching along with doing my graduation and all. So
Mm-hmm.
later I decided to continue with tutoring.
Mm. And how come grammar? Because people are scared of grammar, but you chose to teach English grammar? How come? Like, did you also learn along with it?
For that, I will have to explain a little bit about my childhood. So, as a kid, I was never into study. All
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to do was playing cricket and watching movies and all. So, when I entered my sixth or seventh standard, at that time I realized that okay, maybe all my hobbies or my dreams are not going to be true because of certain reasons. I will not be able to continue with any of those. So I need to focus on study. And that was the time I started having interest in maths and English. So that was the first time when I got interest. The other subjects, I was very poor in all of them. And later on, I started helping my classmates. So when after my plus two, I started teaching. I started teaching English grammar as, and then during lockdown, I thought that I would try, but even then I had been procrastinating. Some insecurities and self doubt was there. So I finally started my journey in 2020.
Okay. So now, when it comes to spoken English, you have dealt with both the aspects, right? Teaching grammar and then starting your own journey of learning spoken English. So they are two different
Right.
aspects. You know all the grammar doesn't mean you can speak English fluently, right? So many
Yep.
people think that first you need to master grammar and then you can speak English fluently, and it'll be a piece of cake for you. From your opinion, your perspective, would you like to tell people whether it is true or what are the challenges and how different it is, knowing all grammar versus speaking English fluently?
Well, I can only add one point that if we are eager to learn spoken English, all we have to do is to practice speaking. No
Right.
matter what kind of grammar we have, only if we start speaking, we will improve on that.
Mm.
Otherwise, having knowledge of grammar is not going to help. But to certain extent, not only speaking, but being regular with reading, speaking, and writing as well. Because all these four
Yes.
things, all these four areas are
Mm.
really important. And the
Mm.
more we practice on all of them, the more we learn. So if we are eager to become fluent to some extent, where we can understand even the native speakers, or
Right.
and we can interact with anyone in this language
Mm.
comfortably, as comfortable as our mother tongue, then we
Right.
will have to practice all four modules on a regular basis.
Mm. Exactly. And a person who is right just starting their journey of spoken English, they always have this question: is grammar important to speak English? So, what do you want to tell to them? And if you feel that it is important, what should they start off with?
Like I told you that I have been teaching as well. So it's not only that I face this question, but as a learner, I face this. As a teacher, I face this as well. That
Yes.
how to start and how to nurture this basic learner. So I always tell them that basic grammar is definitely required. So like
Mm.
tenses, tenses, and then articles and prepositions, noun. So
Right.
basically parts of speech
Mm.
and tense.
Mm.
Basic of all this. Because if we go to delve into all these topics, there is
Mm-hmm.
a lot to learn. And sometimes I feel that no matter how much I try, I would never be able to master certain things like preposition and
Right.
other
Mm.
parts of speech as well. So if we have basic knowledge of all this, it
Mm.
helps us to formulate our answers well. The sentence structures become better.
Mm.
So that is what I practice with all my learners as well.
Mm.
And I think that basic uh, knowledge is required, and that is all. tenses. Even if we talk about the structures of tenses, the 8 structures of tenses are really required to speak in English. We
Right.
can skip the 4, like present perfect continuous of all the forms, and then even future perfect. If we eliminate this 4, the other 8 are really necessary for basic
Correct.
learner.
Correct. Yes. And even in interviews, these are the basic tenses that people are going to evaluate you. Like basically, you should be able to express whether things happened with you in the past, or they are going to happen, or they're currently happening with you. So at least you have to master the basic tenses, which is like really important for you when you are learning to speak English. Otherwise, if there is no grammar, grammar is like the backbone of any language, right? Any language. So unless you don't have a basic knowledge, how are you going to express your thoughts? But there's nothing to be scared thinking that it is grammar. You'll get all the knowledge only by listening and reading. So that is enough for you to learn spoken English. Like in a very
Yeah.
practical approach, you can learn.
And another point that I would like to add, and that I share with my learners, that
Mm-hmm.
whenever we feel like becoming fluent, think only about your native language as well. For example, we have been speaking Hindi for many years, but are we grammatically correct all the time?
Mm-hmm.
No, it's not possible for us. We often make mistake in uh, singular plural there as well. Train
Yes,
khada hai, train aa raha hai, something like that.
correct.
Though
Yeah.
the correct one is train aa rahi. So
Mm-hmm.
we are bound to make these mistakes no matter which language we are speaking in, because it's tough to master any language. So
Correct.
if we are thinking only about interacting in any language, we have to practice it in that way only. And if we want to become a teacher or master of the same language, then of course we need to focus more on grammar, because there you can't make mistakes.
Correct. Yeah. And I think minute errors while speaking English is quite acceptable versus written English. In written, you will have to be perfect, but spoken is something spontaneous. So here and there, it might
Yeah.
happen that you are willing to tell something, but you end up telling something. At that time, you kind of mess up with the grammar or like maybe minute errors. So try not to aim at perfection. Just enjoy what you're doing and just keep talking. You will gradually improve on your own, and don't be too stressed on like I need to be perfect while speaking, because I don't think there's anything like perfect spoken English. If someone else who is superior to you in the language is going to listen to you, obviously they are going to point out some mistake, be it pronunciation, accent, or maybe using better words. There's always somebody superior to you, so just accept it. It's
Yeah.
okay. Mm.
That's what I realized in my journey as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to feel a lot about all these things, especially when you are teaching local students, not
Mm-hmm.
only local students, no matter which type of students you are teaching, but some of them come up with different ideas. Like they ask you some certain Hindi words or sentences
Mm.
to translate into English. And at
Mm.
times you find it difficult to translate that in the same way. They might have carried from somewhere else, and they feel that okay, that it is wrong, whatever you have told.
Mm.
So all these
Mhm.
things used to make me uncomfortable. But then I tried gambling, and
Okay.
when I started talking with the native speakers,
Mm-hmm.
I have around 60 sessions with them, and I learned a lot, even in terms of accent, or sometimes we have this confusion about understanding different
Right.
accents while watching movies.
Mm. Mm.
So I was talking to an American tutor, and she told me that even today I feel that I have to turn on subtitles sometimes, understanding different, I mean, actors, because they speak
Mm.
in certain ways, or especially if they are British or someone else,
Yes.
then I find difficulty in understanding. So that I mean broaden my viewpoint on this. That okay, it's not always about if you are unable to understand particular accent, then you should be worried about.
Mm.
You can turn on subtitles. You can work on that, but there is no need to be panic about this, because it is not possible to master it in such a way that you will be able to understand everybody, because there are different people who speak this language across the world, and everyone has their own accent. The
Correct.
empty icons and pictures with different people, like if you interact with Jamaican, then definitely
Yeah.
their tone is different. Even if we talk about Indian, then
Yes.
South Indian speaker talk in different way, North Indian talk in different way. So it's all about understanding. If you are
Yes.
able to understand, or if others are able to understand you, then you should be proud of your improvement. And we should focus more on pronunciation than on accent.
Yeah, that is really nice point because people often mistake accent pronunciation. They get confused between the two. I think pronunciation has to be worked upon more, and accent should be the last thing on your mind. Unless you are, of course, going abroad or you have a passion for learning different accents. Otherwise, Indian accent or the neutral accent is the best. That is what we tell all the learners and whoever has this question as well. And what is your YouTube channel name? And if a person wants to learn from you, what should they do? Do you take online classes?
It is no, I haven't taken any classes till now.
Okay.
I aspire to, but for the time being, I do not even upload anything on my own. I have been uploading only conversation videos,
Okay.
all the sessions that I take, or maybe if I
Ah.
interact with somebody.
Oh, okay, okay. And
So,
since
and the channel name is it's under my name, Rajan.
Rajan, okay. See, you have interacted with teaching platforms like Cambly and Clappingo as well. Cambly is international and Clappingo is Indian. So you have interacted with different tutors from different parts of the world. So how different is it in terms of tutoring or teaching English?
Well, when I had started, in fact, I had thought of, because that time I was not even aware of clapping. So I had thought of talking with like family, but then I had to procrastinate that for a certain reason.
Mm-hmm.
And the only thing that I can add here is, if you are on the platforms where you find Indian tutors, it
Mm-hmm.
becomes really easy for you to interact in the starting. As a
Right.
beginner, we should definitely try this.
Mm-hmm.
And their teaching method is quite simple.
Mm-hmm.
They interact, they correct on every mistake. And the same, even if we talk about native speakers,
Mm-hmm.
there are speakers sometimes who are not professional in the field. So
Right.
they just talk to you like a speaker, partner,
Mhm.
and there
Correct.
are trained teachers as well. So they modulate their sessions according to
Mm.
your needs.
Mm.
That becomes easier because you can interact with them on certain issues related to pronunciation or accent or
Correct.
grammatical portions. So all of all these tutors are almost same. If you want to
Mm.
work on particular thing, you can interact with them on that.
Mm.
Otherwise, having a general conversation. And
Mm.
on the same uh, line, I would like to ask you as well, because the video that I watched of yours,
Mm-hmm.
I got to know that you were working as an ink talkie tutor.
Yes, yes, I used to.
Yeah. So, what your experience as a tutor?
I'm an unofficial tutor because even like you, even I haven't done any certification which entitles me to teach English. But it was just an accident. I ended up working with Inktalki. It is nice. The format is good because we are talking about spoken English here. We are not teaching grammar. We are focusing mainly on conversational and communication skills. And I wouldn't stop the learner every single time they made a mistake. Maybe at the end of the session, I would give them a feedback and a couple of mistakes, what they have told. Because when you stop and correct the person again and again, it is like you're breaking their flow of spoken English. And also, it is a tool. Language is a tool for communicating, right? So they are there not only for learning English, but they're also there for enhancing their communication, conversational skills, personality on a whole, to build up their confidence. So that is what I used to do, and that is what we were advised to do as well. Not point out too many or every single mistake, because it is a gradual process. In a 20-minute session, if you're pointing out their mistake, there is less possibility they will work upon it. So it is like a just 20 minutes or half an hour is from your end, but the learner has to put in the effort for the rest of the day to learn it. So just keep talking. As and how you keep talking, you will figure out things. There is no how to it, but you will come to know through listening, through reading, you will come to know your own errors, your own mistakes, and you will start working upon them. So that was what my experience was. I was a newbie, and I didn't know, obviously, like first time anything is it freaks you out. You get really scared, nervous, how it's going to be. Though it sounds simple, just sit and talk to a person. The idea is very simple, but when you face the person, that is when reality hits. It's not that easy facing a person and talking. So that was a challenge for me, but other than that, the journey was good. In my opinion, what I feel that when you talk to international tutors, they are more like buddies, like friends, friendly, body language,
Right.
expression, tone of how they speak. It's more approachable, and it is not like a tutor feeling. But when we talk to Indian tutors, somehow you get a vibe of teacher kind of vibe. I might be
Right.
wrong, but that is what I have noticed. That is the difference, I would say. They are friendlier.
Yeah, I can totally relate with you on that.
Mm-hmm.
And like I was explaining that my tutoring journey. So I applied as a tutor as well on different apps. So
Mm-hmm.
sometimes I didn't get any answer, but when I applied on ENGLISH, I
Okay.
got a rejection.
Right. Okay.
So uh, I got to know that okay, I have to work more on myself first.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I didn't get any answer, but whatever I have observed about myself, I felt like maybe the confidence level is missing somewhere, and pronunciation is one thing. And I have always told about my tone, intonation.
Mm-hmm.
So I felt maybe I need to work more on and then apply again. So
Mm-hmm.
I uh, experienced the same thing that whenever we talk, it seems that it is easier. Maybe
Correct.
I know all the things, but whenever we face the situation, it becomes something else.
Yes. It's quite difficult. Yes, any other questions for me you want to ask before we wind up?
Yeah. Since I came to know about you through YouTube and all that, so I
Mm-hmm.
just wanted to know that as a tutor, you must have come with this question that
Mm-hmm.
how much time will it take me to improve? So how do
Mm.
you take all these questions?
Yeah, improvement depends on your consistency, how you're practicing, for how long you're practicing, what techniques you're using to practice. So there is no one size fits all. So if I'm giving you all the steps that you need in order to improve, then I might tell you, like, 30 days, 45 days, you're going to improve. Like we're just talking about improvement here and not on gaining fluency. So improvement will definitely happen over shorter period of time, given that you're putting a lot of effort from your end as well. Even in 30 days, you can improve tremendously. But becoming fluent is a long journey.
Definitely, this is the common question that we
Mm,
face as a teacher.
correct.
We definitely face it every now and then. All
Mm,
the learners they want to improve in no time, but
right.
I find it difficult to answer this question. That's why I keep asking this to different
Mm.
tutors.
Yeah,
So
definitely
first,
improvement is possible during a shorter period of time, provided you follow all the right techniques, follow the right person, and learn English. Definitely improvement is possible. But it will take like 6 months to at least 9 months to an year for you to gain a little bit of fluency and confidence. So, yeah, that's it. Yeah, it was really nice talking to you, honestly. Everything is good, actually. Your English is good, your communication is good. Only thing I found missing was smiling. I could hardly see you smile.
yeah,
Yeah,
okay. Look,
right.
this is what I was talking that I get this feedback. from tutors, and at the end I got this from your side as well.
I'm sorry if I offended you, but I just wanted to see you
No,
smile.
not at all. It's
Mm.
not. I can't get offended for this because I have been working on this,
Right.
and this gives me some encouragement that okay, I have to work more because at least you said this, and I got an idea that okay, I have to work more on this because maybe I'm sounding good, yet I have something which I need to work on. So it was lovely talking.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you
And
so much for joining me today.
and it
Good
was,
luck. Okay. Bye-bye.
and maybe we will talk again someday.
Yeah, definitely. Have a good day.
Yeah. Have a good day. Thank you
Bye.
again.